Hey everyone. So unfortunately I have the flu and so I will not be able to be in class. Therefore, you're going to have to learn how to use a scatter plot to represent a sequence through this video instead of me in person. So we've been looking at a sequence and trying to identify a pattern so far. So here's our sequence: 1, 5, 9, 13, 17. So what happened? How did I get from 1 to 5? Well, I added 4. How did I get from 5 to 9? Again, I added 4. How about 9 to 13? I added 4. And 13 to 17, I added 4. So that means my pattern is plus 4. So now what we're going to do is plot this sequence on the graph. The first part is on the graph here. These numbers, our x-axis is going to be known as our term number. The y-axis is going to be our term value. So this is the first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term. So the different terms represent our term number, and then these numbers are our values. So when I go to plot on the graph, this is my x, and then these are my y's. So first thing I do is I have the number 1, 1. So I go over 1, up 1, plot my first point. Then I go over 2, up 5 for my second point. Then over 3, up 9 for my third point. And then I would go to 4, 13, and then so on. If you notice, it actually forms a nice line. Maybe a little off just because I couldn't exactly put them where they should be, but it should form a nice straight line. So if I was to look at my points, I notice that it is, if I move over, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, move over, 1, 2, 3, 4, move over, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a distance of 4 between each of my points, which was our pattern. All right, so for this example, we have our term numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have our term values. So the values are the bottom box. So our values are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So if I look, how do I get from 1 to 3? Well, I added 2. 3 to 5, I added 2. 5 to 7, I added 2. So if I was to then plot this, I would start with 1, and then my number is, my term value is 1, so it's 1, 1. Then I have term 2 is the value of 3. Term 3 is a value of 5. Term 4 is a value of 7. And term 5 is a value of 9. So if I look here, I go over 1 and then up 2, over 1, up 2, over 1, up 2, over 1, up 2. So the plus 2 was the pattern that I had there. So that forms a nice straight line. For the last example, I have a sequence of 5, 8, 11, 14, 17. So how did I go from 5 to 8? That is plus 3. How did I get from 8 to 11? Plus 3. How did I go from 11 to 14? Plus 3. So that means my pattern is plus 3. So if I was going to plot this, 5 is my first term. So I go 1 and then up to 5. Then my second term is 8. So I go over 2 up to 8. Then my third term is 11, and then again I would keep going on, and you see it forms a nice straight line, and the difference is 3, going up by 3 each time. That's it. Now you're going to have some time to practice. If you have any questions, please message me on either Remind or Edmodo, and I'll try to get back to you as long as I'm not asleep, trying to rest up. Miss you all. Bye.